Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, check this out. This episode is right behind the Gay Pride. I guess everybody had their Gay Pride parade the same day. I guess to make sure everybody gets their vibe off on the same day. I'm never worried about it, never was aware of it. But since I was out here doing the Gay Pride, the Black Pride, I don't know, somebody said you're not supposed to say Gay Pride, just say Pride. Whatever. The Pride Month for black people, Black Pride Month. I actually, which is a matter of fact, hold on, let me take this back. Rewind a little bit. This episode is about the Gay Pride movement from a black perspective. The Black Gay Pride movement. So like if you saw the flag and you saw that there was a black stripe, that was the black people put it. And here's the wild part, that was the black people putting their joint in. And I was not aware that was black people inserting themselves in the mix. I just assumed you saw all those colors that was them being inclusive. You know, those old school Hanna-Barbera Super Friends joint where you have Black Lightning and the chief dude who would go Antonga and he'd grow big, and then they had the Chinese dude who was a tornado. If you remember them Super Friends joint, it's on Max. Go check it out. It's on Max. It's very corny. And you can tell it's forced and all that too. But I thought that's what that was. I thought the Pride movement was like, yo, it's more than just us as white people. Let's include some other people and throw some colors in to make it really be what it is. Nah. Had nothing to do with that. It was, people were going, oh yeah, what about us? We need representation too. So salute to that. That's what this episode is about. So, before I go any further though, we are behind. We still got the Juneteenth episode. We got to throw that in there somewhere, as well as a couple of other episodes that were recorded. We just didn't get around to doing anything. Last week, vacation time. So outside of the mix shows, I just read, watched news, chill, relaxed, watched some movies, just enjoyed life. I didn't even I thought about the podcast and I'm like, am I going to have time to actually get down and do this? We have time now. But, yeah, I want to say this too about the Pride parades, Gay Pride parades, however you want to say it. You don't have to be so inclusive. I'm sure there was people who I'm the way I can see it, a year ago, 6 months prior to the actual parades, were throwing their hats in the game like, yo, we want to be part of the parade. And going, yo, let's just include them. And next thing you know, by Monday and Tuesday, there's so much news going on. You were seeing people throw video footage of people in their underwear, twerking, people naked, people doing sexually explicit dances in their underwear or dressed overly provocative. And that was what was making the news. So, but here's the catch. Those were also a bunch of old white dudes. I'm not saying old white dudes aren't gay. What I am saying is that seemed like an agenda. Is that a word we seem to be throwing words around like that? We throw the word agenda around and never use it right. This was an agenda. These people infiltrated the parade, did what they did because they knew that was going to be newsworthy. Not only was it going to be newsworthy, it was going to be newsworthy, hindering the movement, hindering the Gay Pride parade. You guys, you really need to go, so what do y'all do? What are y'all up to? What do y'all got going on? What is it going to look like? And then, I don't even know if they've actually taken the time to go, we want to bring charges up on these dudes. This is the organization, and these are the names, these are the faces. Figure out how to figure out who these people are and do something. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing at this point is you're self-sabotaging yourselves, allowing these kind of people to come in line. And I'm not saying this because I'm pro anything or anti anything. I'm saying this from the angle of when you're trying to do good, or you're trying to at least present yourself in a positive light, there will be people who will come around and try to sabotage that. Just from a black person's perspective, when you think about They infiltrated the Black Panther Party. They infiltrated the Black Panther Party on so many levels, and were trying to sabotage that. The Nation of Islam back in the day. The Civil Rights Movement back in the day. There's always somebody trying to figure out how to sabotage. During the when you had all the protests and stuff, and you found out, oh, the people with the all dressed in black, throwing Black Lives Matter and all this up here and smashing everything. Oh snap, those are white people just infiltrating the mix, being part of it, and doing the thing. Now, before somebody types in some joint, oh man, it wasn't all white. No, it really wasn't all white people. But I'm just saying, a lot of times when you looked up, it was like, oh, they ain't even black. These is white people. Those are white people. Talking that joint, doing that joint, trying to get down, causing the ruckus. Cameras are focused on the destruction more so than the progressive, quiet riots, the quiet protests. So yeah, the game is crazy. It doesn't take that. And when you look at all these videos, that's what you see. You see a lot of just old white dudes. Old white dudes who probably aren't gay, probably don't sympathize with gay, probably don't empathize with gay, probably aren't aligned with anybody gay in their family. You know what I'm saying? They saw the opportunity to come up with a group, joined in, did what they did, caused a stir, and kept it moving. They did their job. That's all I'm saying. You gotta watch who you bring in the fold sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You can't just allow everybody to get down. You gotta figure out. And my thing, and here's where I definitely feel something is. I don't know how long the parade. I don't know if these were like when you see this footage, was this the beginning of the parade, like as it started? Because I know for a fact, we all know how long parades are. They go. There's no way that they let these dudes do this all the way down the street. There's no way that happened. And even crazier is maybe they might not even been part of it. They might have just jumped in and was like, yeah, we're next on the list, and engaged somehow. We've seen that. We've all been to parades where somebody just randomly goes in and then they're part of the parade. You're like, yo, I was just standing by this dude. He just jumped in and he just gonna kick it like that? Okay. You know what I mean? It happens. Who knows what happened? All I'm saying is there has to be a way to stop stuff like that. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. And again, I'm not saying I'm pro or anti anything. What I am is, if you're trying to represent yourself in a positive light, by all means, do so. Even if you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you think there's a positivity vibe about what you're doing, by all means, go ahead. Nobody should be not allowed to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? In the comfort of being safe and legal. Because I know, people like, oh man, how you feel about it? I'm cool with racists. I'm cool with a person who's outright like, yeah, I don't like them, and them. Versus, I'll tolerate them to a degree. Don't touch me. Don't sit by me. Roll my eye. Yeah, that is just sneakiness. If you're outright like, yeah, I don't like, that's your truth. That's your vibe. I can't, I'm not even going to try to change your mind. At least I know where I stand with you versus somebody else. That's my point. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. If whatever y'all are doing out there, you gotta watch out who you include into your joint and who you bring into the fold, man. Please. Because that was disturbing. And it wasn't just like one city. It was a bunch of cities. There was a spot, I think, in Toronto. It was some spots, man. It was places all over the place. It felt like almost everybody had one. Had an incident. At some point, you have to go, that's planned. And I'm glad, the talk of it died down early. But yo, I had to address that. It's wild. Anyway, this episode is about how black people came in and said, yo, we want representation. And with that being said, because the show that I did this on was the Universe of Soul show, where I don't play any American music. It's all foreign music. You know what I'm saying? Italian, Spanish, African, German, French, Russian, funk, jazz, and all that kind of stuff. And while I'm reading the joint about the black gay pride movement, it was like the black there was also a UK version of it, which I didn't find out till the day of the show. I probably would have did my whole joint on them. But, salute to all that, man, because you got to be safe out here. You got to be safe out here in general, especially when you're black. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that this month has taught me while reading about a lot of this is when you're a person of color, your activism, your alert, your senses of pending danger are heightened on so many levels. Because now it's not just because of your color or your sexuality or your gender. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one of them joints. It's a multitude. And this, come on, man. You know what I mean? It's wild. As a black person, I can honestly say I personally have never seen anybody get bullied or beaten up for being gay. That's how I grew up. I can look for somebody black go, man, I seen that. Yeah, that's you. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Which is also when I see people go, oh yeah, I knew I was gay from the beginning, and people give an eye roll. 2, like I'm like this. If you're like 2 and 3, 6 and 7, I'm probably gonna ride with you a little bit. Cause again, I've been at the bus stop as a kid, waiting for the bus, and there's that one brother who's not playing tag or running around or doing all the goofy stuff that we're doing as dudes. He's doing the Miss Mary Mack hand thing with the chicks. He's doing the double dutch with the chicks after school. You know what I'm saying? He with the chicks and they brushing on dolls and they doing all this. He got the mop head joint braiding it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, look at this. Yeah, guess what? He gay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Probably not even thinking, ooh, I like JoJo. JoJo look cute. He ain't even, you know what I mean? He picking up his mother's mannerisms, he's picking up his cousin's mannerisms, his sister mannerisms. He's moving like a chick, but he still dresses like a boy. And like I said, it ain't till you get older and you realize, okay, he done hung around with them so much and they like, ooh, JoJo cute. And then he looking at JoJo like, yeah, JoJo is kind of cute. I don't know how that part comes in, but I know one thing, when you're young and you see dudes doing that, yep. So I don't even like when people say that stuff like, oh man, I knew at a young age. I'm like, I get it. Then when they say, when you got people going, yeah, my kid's a transgender at 1 because he only plays with the girl toys. Kids will play with anything. Alright, we all, every dude in here has had their hand on a doll, a Barbie, some female thing, and probably done some stupid stuff with it, by the way. Definitely didn't use it for the intention that it was used for. Like, I done grabbed a Barbie a couple of times and was like, oh snap, Tia broke up with He-Man. Go get Barbie. Hey He-Man. So yeah, what? That does not make it what it is, so stop playing. Anyway, that's all we talking about, man. This is that episode. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. If you are gay and you're listening and you took offense to anything I said, I'm not even trying to be offensive. I'm just being honest. And you see how that was? I'm not apologizing. There's nothing to apologize about. You can't apologize when you're just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if you felt offended, you probably were looking to be offended because I said nothing offensive. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like we never grew up around people who gave off that vibe, the tomboy chicks. I tell y'all all the time, I knew a chick all the way up until she started to actually bud. And somebody actually was like, no. A woman was like, yo, no, that was cool maybe last summer, but you gotta keep the shirt on now. You're starting, things are coming across now. These, you know what I'm saying? These dudes are not looking at you like you the homie anymore. They're actually like, oh snap, look at that. Look, ooh, I'm about to wrestle her and then fall and put my mouth on it by accident. That's where we are right now. You know what I'm saying? Just put my mouth on it by accident. You know, I want to grab her from behind and wrestle with her. Ooh, you know what I mean? That's where we are right now. And the chick had to pull her to the side, and she cried. And we didn't see her for like most of that summer. We saw her the next summer. She had the little sports bra joint on. So then when she took the shirt off, she had that on, and it was like, okay. She's still who she is. She had the boy cut. She doing all the stuff we do. She was, you know what I mean? She ended up not being gay. She had a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? In high school, she had a boyfriend, and she was rugged with it though. She was beat him up. That was just wild. She used to beat the bricks off of him. We used to just laugh like, dude, we get it. Don't hit females, but she done knocked your teeth out, man. Like, we in high school now. Like, them permanent. Like, you just gonna be walking like, people gonna think you smoke crack or something, man. Like, you gonna have to like, ooh, you can't smile because the whole front is gone. Yo, and she was a body. She started like lifting weights and stuff and all that. Yo, she was out here. She was doing her thing. Don't know what happened to her later on, a little, like after high school, because I think I only knew her from like, I knew her from about 3rd or 4th grade to my freshman year in high school. Hadn't seen her since then. But my point is, 3rd or 4th grade, every year she jumped the fence and we football. Get the ball and run through the dudes. We was scared to tackle her at first. Like, nah. Like, the older dude was like, man, if y'all don't look, she done hit all these. She don't even want. Look, y'all ain't hitting her, so we giving her the touchdown. Y'all losing because nobody wants to hit her. Man, this one dude popped her. She laid on the ground, got back up, brushed herself off. All right, boom. Finally, that's how she said it too. Finally. She tackled people. You was like, look. She came at me. I slid. I just slid. I'm like, down. Nah, you would not. I don't know what you did to him, but he crying. He went home crying. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't know what that was about. But yo, and got older and got, like I said, about like middle school when the body starts changing. Yeah, it was like, yo, that one summer it was, she took the shirt off. Look, everybody was just like, okay, all right. All our high school homies was like, yo, why y'all letting your little girlfriend out here do that, man? Out here showing the little joints. Like, look at the little mosquito bites, man. Tell her to put a shirt on. She don't want to put a shirt on. It's summertime, man. Yo, y'all nasty, man. And like I said, that was the whole vibe. Everybody wanted to kind of like tackle and get a lick in. Get did what we had to do. Nobody tackled her though. Nobody, because like I said, another chick came out, was like, what is you doing? No, put your shirt back on. Life, man. Life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like when people be like, how do you feel? My opinion to everything is always like, it's not my business. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I mean? They be like, man, but they molest children. Like straight dudes molest children. Like, the what? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's dudes who live with somebody's mama molesting the kids. Not female kids, all the kids. He just like, hey, come here, you want to touch it too, Tommy? All right, and don't tell your sister come over here and you can touch it too. And don't tell your mama. And you think and he's straight. You know what I mean? That's foreplay for him. Then when mama come through, they get it popping. And he was like, yeah, I was waiting for you all day. I was getting ready for you, baby. Nastiness. But y'all worried about a gay couple getting a kid when straight couples get kids and do all kind of stuff. Put them in sex trafficking joints. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't know who's going to be who. You never know what's going on. Jared from Subway taught you that. You know what I mean? Guy loses weight, gets famous, and instead of just going, hey, I'm Jared, to all the like chicks trying to lose weight in Subway groupies, like, oh my God, it's Jared from Subway. He's like, goes around going, hey, so where them little kids at in the trunk? Throw them in the room with me. That's all I'm saying. The game is crazy, man. You never know who's who. You just gotta hope that these are good people that get kids. Good people that have kids. That's why I'm like, I'm opposed to gay marriage. I'm gonna vote against that. You wouldn't vote against that? I'm not being invited. Like, y'all act like y'all get invited to these joints. Like, hey, it's the gay couple across the street. They're gonna invite you to their marriage. If they ain't talked to you yet, why would they just talk to you about that? You know what I mean? I think the most they could probably have said was like, hey, the people are coming tomorrow. The kids done took off the sign, but they're gonna do something on the side of the street. You might want to either you could go in your garage, go in the garage settings, or like park on the other side of the parking lot or something. But they gonna be up in here tomorrow. So yo, I don't know if you working tomorrow or whatever, but it's gonna be crazy. Thank you. And then that does not constitute. Hey, by the way, we're getting married. Me and Frisco. So you want to come through? Nah, that does not mean that y'all are homies now. Nobody's inviting strangers to a wedding. You know what I mean? Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. I probably went a little too crazy with a lot of these stories, but I can't even think of Shorty's name. I kept telling the story because I was trying to think of her name, and I can't think of her name. I can just see her face, and that's just the wildest thing, because she fought a couple of dudes and was beating them down. She was a bad broad. She was a bad broad. Her and this other chick named Kelly. Kelly was another one, man. I personally had to stop hanging around with Kelly. 7th grade, just kicking it in Kelly's house, and something came on, and she's just sitting there like ain't nothing jumping off with the no bra, and you're like, yo, what are you doing? Like, how are you just hanging out with the t-shirt, no bra? And you just blah, 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 touching on stuff, like you trying to wrestle. Hey man, what do we? And like, nah, you can't wrestle me with these. You're just flapping and wing. Get up off me. She looked like Joe from Facts of Life. Wow, B. Wow. Like, nah, you can't. I can't wrestle you. My man Kevin didn't care. Then she ended up beating up Kevin because Kevin felt on her. Crazy. That was the wildest joint. Yeah. I know you ain't touching on me like, what the fuck? You was gonna put, like, we were just wrestling. No, bow. Beat him down. I'm like, See? Nah. Because you never knew how that would have went down. I don't even know if that was accidental by Kevin. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but you never know. Anyway, man, what we doing? Getting ready to get into the actual episode. Thank y'all for listening. My bad. Sometimes I just veer off with these stories because I see it. I lived it. I loved it. It was beautiful, man. Nostalgia. The childhood was wild, man. You know what I'm saying? We used to just dumb stuff, man, for no reason. We were just ignorant kids doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Jumping off balconies and bushes. Like, when I think about it, like when you get older and you see people like really get seriously hurt doing some of the stuff we did for fun. We was just for fun. Crawling, like leaning over, like we either we could squeeze through the bars of the balcony, or we actually climbed over the other side, turned around, and just jumped in bushes. Or God knows when we used to do it as wrestling, and you jump off and you body press on a person. Like you know what I mean? We was just dumb kids doing dumb kid stuff. The green tanks, when you find out how powerful the electricity is in the green tank, you're like, oof. Every kid I know has died 3 times a day. We should have been dead 3 times a day, at least 3 times a day. It's the game, man. It's the game. It's the game. Y'all ain't understanding me, man. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. When I say worldwide, we talking Jamaica, the Congo, Finland, Switzerland, France, India, Ireland, Germany. You know what I'm saying? We everywhere. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all. Let's get into this episode. Yes. Hold on. Yes. Hey, let me tell y'all something about this right here. This piece right here that y'all heard, that was Riley Ritchie. Now, here's the wild part about that. Who this brother is, for all y'all Game of Thrones heads out there. I don't know if y'all remember Game of Thrones. Everybody, if you watched it, you know. A man who does this joint, that's Grey Worm. Y'all remember Grey Worm just gritting on everybody, had the queen back, that just was like, yeah, what? Do something, son, I got you. You know what I'm saying? The dude with no penis. That's him. You know what I mean? The whole squad ain't had no penis. They was just running around here just like, I want to be with you in so many ways. I can be with you this way, but not that way. And she's like, chick from Fast and Furious was like, I want you too, but yeah, what can we do? Hold me. Alright. Ain't got nothing else going on. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's that dude. And it's wild, him and these happy-ish, well, that ain't a happy song, but I'm saying he out here smiling in the video a little bit, cheesing and joints like that. It's wild. I ended up seeing him do a little joke like he was auditioning or playing all the other roles for I'm about to say Dungeons and Dragons, Game of Thrones, and it's wild. Like, my man plays the role so good that he looked like he should not be smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever seen dudes like that? Like, if they do smile, it just throw you off like, ooh, he about to blow this whole spot up. Yo, I need to back up. That type joint. That's what my man look like to me. You know what I mean? But as we go on, let me say this right here. Get at me on Twitter. Black Seeds, BLACK_CEEZ. Get at me on the gram. Y'all know who I am. Black Caesar Son. BLACKCEEZARSONN. Facebook. Live at the Oasis. Yeah. You can catch me on Mixcloud, SoundCloud. Hitters.at is where all the new joints are at. Yeah. Hawkshare, Daily Motion, YouTube. And for the podcast, when we do these moments like this, our world, our time, OUR world, OUR time. Yeah. Woo. Almost platform that just platform to do like podcasts. I felt like I was about to say something real crazy. Yeah, no, stop. Oh snap, I did that and it was like this. Like, hold on. Word. Let's get into it. I'm gonna let that break come. I'm gonna make him like, But I'm gonna have to play the original to that one day, and y'all gonna be like, yo, my man chopped it up. Anyway, take it from the top. We take it from the top, like. Hold on. We didn't take that from the top. We just pause and unpause. Take it from the top. We take it from the top, like. This moment in Black history. Yeah. We do how we do. We get down like we get down. Word up. All over the place. Bass in your face, it can't be completed. I know who it is. Y'all better believe it. I get down to get down. Anyway, I don't even have a hip hop music moment. I could probably think up one off the top of the dome in a couple of minutes, but right now, let me tell y'all about this right here. We all know about Gay Pride Month. Here's something that was crazy. In the 90s, blacks started their own addition to the mix. It's like there's the alphabet joint, and then there's Black Gay Pride. Why? Because technically it is a majority white thing. You know, everybody else is included, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's definitely white first. Not hating, just saying. You know what I mean? It is, but it's America, so you already know how priorities go. You know what I mean? That's why people trip out when we have black superheroes all of a sudden, or you know what I'm saying, minority superheroes or women superheroes. They get into their joints and be like, oh man, y'all, because at the end of the day, it's white first and everybody second. So black people was like around the 90s, we gonna do this ourselves. We got a piece of this pie ourselves. And then from that, other people started to add on to it. You know what I'm saying? But black people are right there in that mix. There's a whole different flag for them too. It's like a flag that just boom. You know what I'm saying? We even have an international center. You know what I'm saying? The International Federation of Black Pride. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Center for Black Equity. I'm about to say equality. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't get it twisted. This joint is everywhere. These dudes put it together. You know what I'm saying? The Black Pride movement is focused on issues as well as like homophobia, also racism. You know what I'm saying? And the lack of proper health and mental care for black communities. Not only are they just about the gay movement, they're also basically another movement that's like, yo, while we here, let's talk about this too. So salute. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, there are like 20 or so Black Pride events all over the United States. One of the largest is the one in DC. Then there's the other one in Atlanta. Those are like the largest joints that go down. They get in, they do what they do. This is how they get down. You know what I'm saying? And there's spots all over the place. Chicago, North Carolina, New York, Detroit, Minneapolis, this is why we get down, you know what I'm saying? And they do what they do. You know what I mean? Like, so, yo, that's how we get it in. That's what they do. They got joints out there in LA. They got joints out there in Dallas. They even got a UK Black Pride, which I probably should have jumped on. You know what I'm saying? With me being global and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And they had an event out there in London doing their thing for all peoples, you know what I'm saying? And their history, while we getting at it, the UK Black Pride joint started out in 2005. You know what I'm saying? Basically picking up, you know what I'm saying, taking the lead with what America did and was like, yo, we gonna do what y'all was doing. Let's get into it and pop off and make it happen. So yeah, that's right there. That was that joint. And if you asking, yo, so what's the music joint gonna be? I don't know, man. I can't tell you, B. I'm just out here like, yo, I'm floating right now. I'm just vibing. We just rocking some dope music, you know what I mean? Here's one. Houdini. Rest in peace to my mans out there. Ecstasy. You know what I'm saying? Houdini was one of the first. Houdini, like, and this is a personal joint. This is a musical history from a personal perspective. Houdini was the first straight up grown man rap group. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think them dudes was that much older than Run DMC and the Fat Boys and all them, but they just spoke to a different crowd. You know what I'm saying? They were sex symbols. They had the ladies going all crazy for them, and they made mature music. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a kid and you're rocking with it, it's like, yeah, that's dope and all. But yo, getting older, you hear Friends, you're like, Friends. You know what I'm saying? Friends is a different vibe all of a sudden when you get older. Big Mouth is a different vibe when you get older. You're like, yo, hold on, these dudes was doing this in the 80s? These dudes was out here telling you about Friends and people running their mouths in the 80s? Yo, my personal favorite, my mom used to love this joint, One Love. One Love was wild. When you're a kid, you just out here, one love, one love. You're lucky just to have just one love. You ain't paying no attention to the lyrics. You ain't gonna care nothing about it. You just like the beat dope, the hook dope. Nas comes through and jacks them twice in his career for the first two albums. He takes the One Love hook for the one joint, and then he takes the beat the next time when he got If I Ruled the World joint. And yo, it was like, yo, my man Nas was like, yo, I'm gonna double up on Houdini real quick. Salute to Houdini. Yeah, man. Yo, Houdini was that. And I don't know why they never blew up like Run DMC. I mean, I get it, because Run DMC did that rock joint. Houdini was on something else. But still, from a maturity standpoint, when we talk about dudes who was on some grown men doing hip-hop's, I ain't gonna say infancy, because the infancy is before anybody got record deals. The infancy is Park Jam. But so I'm gonna say, like, it is toddler stage. You know what I'm saying? Which is always dope. And in August, we gonna talk about KRS-One and the dope line. Hip hop ain't even 50. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 50 years down the line, we can start this, because they'll be the old school artists. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that in August, but for now, it's just the thing. In its infancy stage, these dudes was out here on some adult stuff. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? And we can go talk about Melly Mel and all them too, but I'm just saying, consistently just bringing up adult content. That was wild, B. That was dope. That was just crazy. This is that Black History moment. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Gay Pride joint. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here rocking with this. Boom. This my joint too. This I love this too. Is boom. Then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know how to react to dudes upset. Got that Nord factor. Tell them back up. You get smacked up. I don't know what else to do. I'm playing anyway. Let's get into what we do. Let's go. Hey. Yes. Hey. Hey, y'all know how we do when we do it. We do it from when we do it. And then we out the door. Hey, yo, I was about to take Reggie whole joint. But anyway, man, yo, salute to Reggie. Yo, man, hey, look. I've been out here bugging out here. We've been out here wilding. We got the Cincinnati Reds. I don't even know if they won today. They was behind, though. But you know what I'm saying? But they was out here wilding. The city been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Downtown probably been wild. You got the Atlanta people out here. You got the Cincinnati people out here. You got the Gay Pride joint downtown. It's yeah. You know what I mean? If you trying to get anywhere down there, you know how to Don't do it. Anyway, what we got going on? This is my time to leave. Ain't nothing else going on. This is it. This is it. Yeah, finito. But woo, I was about to try to get my joint. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back. But do Austria have any good music, any soul music? You know what I'm saying? You ever see Arnold Schwarzenegger do his two-step? Nah, he don't look like he get no good music out there. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get into what we do. It's that time. I talked enough during the first segment. I can't be doing that anymore right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I probably offended some people. There's a whole bunch of people out here with their hair done, with their eyelashes super poking out, and their nails is like, forget him, forget this joint. Next time, if I ever see that dude on the streets, it's on and popping. It is what it is, man. BET got the joint tomorrow night. I'm not watching it. I'll probably watch the clip later on, like Monday, see what they did for hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, didn't even want to deal with hip-hop back in the day. That's a Black History moment right there. BET wanted nothing to do with hip-hop. MTV's Yo MTV Raps was really getting popular because BET had it, like, for old people who are old enough to remember, before I go, I'm about my bad. But for those who are old enough to remember, BET's closest thing for loving hip-hop was they had Video Vibrations did a quarterly rap week, hip-hop week, rap week, whatever. And that was it. MTV blew up. They was like, yo, we gonna ride with this. But until then, it was like, yo, they won't mess with us. Now look at them. They can't get enough of the culture. But anyway, I'm up out of here. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that you around your God, hold on, I messed up my whole joint. I'm out here rushing myself. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. No matter what they name you, no matter how they put you in these comic books and TV shows and all that, keep your head up like Tupac said. Y'all be safe. Peace. And Juneteenth was that joint. Word up.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.